In qualitative research, case studies provides in-depth accounts of events, relationships, experience, or processes stemming from the field of evaluation, political science, and law. The aim of qualitative research is to explore a phenomenon within the context of cases and to answer how and why research, answer how and the why research question. So qualitative research is around to ask the why and the how questions. So we are going to take our decision-making 107 organizational research by Prof. Emmanuel Teiti, Country Director, Ye Africa Research Center, YEAC International. Qualitative research. Qualitative research involves collecting and analyzing non-numerical data, example, text, video, or audios, to understand concept, opinion, or experience. It can be used to gather in-depth insight into a problem or generate new ideas for research. Qualitative research is the opposite of quantitative research, which involves collecting and analyzing numerical data for statistical analysis. Qualitative research is commonly used in humanities and social science in subjects such as anthropology, sociology, education, health, and history, etc. Qualitative research still continues. Qualitative research is defined as a marketing research method that focuses on obtaining data through open-ended and conversational communication. This method is about what people think and why they think so. For example, considering a conventional store looking into improving its patronage. A systematic conversation concludes that more than men are visiting these stores. One good method to determine why women are not visiting the store is conduct an in-depth interview method with potential customers. Method of qualitative research. Qualitative research methods are designed in a manner that helps reveal the behavior and perception of a target audience with reference to a particular topic. There are different types of qualitative research methods, such as an in-depth interview, focus group, ethnographic research, content analysis, and case study research that are usually used. The results of qualitative methods are more descriptive, and the inference can be drawn quite easily from the data obtained. Qualitative research methods continue. Qualitative research methods originally in the social and behavioral research science. Today, our world is more complicated and it is difficult to understand what people think and perceive. Online research method makes it easier to understand that as it is in a more communicative and prescriptive analysis. Qualitative research method continue. One-on-one interview. Conducting an in-depth one-on-one, conducting an in-depth interview is one of the most common qualitative research methods. It is a personal interview that is carried out with one respondent at a time. This is purely a conversational method and invites opportunity to get details in depth from the respondent. One of the advantages of this method is that it provides a great opportunity to gather precise data about what people believe and their emotion. If the research is well experienced, asking the right question can help him or her collect meaningful data. If they should need more information, the researcher should ask such follow-up questions that will help them collect more information. Focus group, qualitative research method. A focus group is also a commonly used qualitative research method used in data collection. A focus group usually includes a limited number of respondents, 1 to 10, from within your target market. The main aim of this focus group is to find answers to the why, what, and how questions. An advantage of focus groups is you don't necessarily need to interact with the group in person. Nowadays, focus group can be sent an online survey on various devices, and response can be collected at the click of the button. So focus groups are an expensive method as compared to other online qualitative research methods. Typically, they are used to explain complex processes. This method is very useful for market research on new products and testing new concepts. Andrographic research. Andrographic research is the most in-depth observational research method that studies people in their natural occurrence environment. This method requires researchers to adapt to the target audience environment, which will be anywhere from the organization to site or any remote location. Here, graphical constraint can be an issue while collecting the data. This research design aims to understand the culture, the challenges, motivation, and settings that occur. Instead of relying on interviews and discussion, you experience the natural settings firsthand. This type of research method can last from a few days to a few years, as it involves in-depth observation and collecting data on those graphs. It is challenging and one-time consuming method, and solely depends on the researcher expert to analyze, observe, and infer the data. Case study research, still continuation on qualitative research method. The case study method has evolved over the past few years and developed into a valuable quality research method. As the name suggests, it is used for explaining an organization or an entity. This type of research method is used within a number of areas like education, social science, and similarly. This method may look difficult to operate. However, it is one of the most simplest way of conducting research, as it involves a deep dive and thorough understanding of the data collection method and inferring the data. Qualitative research method continue. Record keeping. This method make use of already existing reliable document and similar source of information as the data source. This data can be used in new research. This is similar to going into libraries. The one can go over books and other reference material to correct relevant data that can likely be used in the research record keeping. Another qualitative research method is process of observation. Qualitative observation is a process of research that uses subjective methodology to gather systematic information or data. Since the focus on the qualitative observation is the research process of using subjective methodologies to gather information or the data, qualitative observation is primarily used to equate quality inferences. Qualitative observation deals with 5 major sensory organs, and they are functioning: sight, smell, touch, taste, and hearing. This doesn't involve measuring or numbers, but instead characters. Still on now we are on qualitative research, data collection and analysis. Method we can use to analyze qualitative data. Qualitative allows collecting data that is non-numerical and help us to explore how decisions are made and provide us with detailed insight. Whatever method a researcher chooses for collecting qualitative data, one aspect is very clear. The process will generate a large amount of data. In addition to a variety of methods available, there are also different methods of collecting and recording the data. As a raw guide, it can take a seasonal researcher 8 to 10 hours to transcribe the recording of an interview, which can generate roughly 20 to 30 pages of dialogues. Many researchers also like to maintain separate folders to maintain the records collected from the different focus groups. This helps them to compartmentalize the data collected. In case there are running notes taken, which are also known as field notes, they are helpful in maintaining comments. Environmental context, environmental analysis, non-verbal cues, etc. These fast notes are helpful and can be compared while transcribing audio recording data. Such notes are usually informal, but should be secure in a similar manner as the video recording or the audio tapes. Still, continuation on method of analysis. Qualitative data analysis. Qualitative data analysis such as note videos and audios, recording images, and text document. One of the most used methods for qualitative data analysis is text analysis. Text analysis is data analysis method that is distinctly different from all other qualitative research methods, where the researcher analyzes the social life of the participant in the research study and decode the words, action, etc. There are images also that are also in this research study, and the researcher analyzes the context in which the images are used and draw inference from them. In the last decade, text analysis is through what is shared on social media platform has gained premium popularity. Now, how to use qualitative research. Qualitative research, researchers make use of qualitative research techniques when they need to capture accurate, in-depth insight. It is very useful to capture factual data. Here are some examples of when to use qualitative research. So, as a researcher, you should know when to apply qualitative research, which is very, very important. One, developing a new product or generating a new idea. When you are developing a new product or you are generating an ideas, that is new ideas. Studying your product or brand or service to strengthen your market strategy. When you want to strengthen your market strategy or your brand, you have to apply qualitative research. To understand your strengths and weaknesses, when you are analyzing the strengths and weaknesses of a product or the organization, you have to apply qualitative research. Understanding purchasing behavior. When you want to understand how customers purchase from your organization or from other organizations, you have to apply qualitative research. To study the reaction of your audience to market campaigns and other communication. If you want to study your audience reaction to your market campaigns or other communication, you have to use qualitative research. Exploring market demographic segment and customer care groups. If you are exploring market demography segment and customer care groups, you have to apply qualitative research. Gathering perception data of a brand, company, or product, you have to apply qualitative data. Types of qualitative data. We have five key types of qualitative data. We have normative research, phenomenology, anthropology, anthropography, grounded theory, and case study. These are the main types of qualitative research that we have. We have normative research, we have phenomenology, anthropographic, case study, and grounded theory. So let's look at these types in detail. There are 5 types of qualitative research. Phenomenology. This type of research focuses on understanding the essential and the meanings of a particular phenomenon or experience as perceived by individuals who have lived through it. It seeks to capture the subjective experience and perspective of participants. The anthropography. 2. Anthropographic research involves immersing oneself in specific culture or social group to observe and understand its practice, custom, belief, and value. Researchers spend extended period of time within the community to gain a holistic view of its way of life. Then 3, grounded theory. Grounded theory aims at generating new theory or concept framework based on the analysis of a data collected from interviews, observations, or documents. It involves systematic coding and categorizing data to identify patterns and develop theoretical explanation. Types of qualitative research continue. Case study. In case study, researchers conduct an in-depth examinations of a single individual, group, or events to gain a detailed understanding of the subject of the study. This approach allows for rich context information and can be particularly useful in exploring complex and unique cases. Then the fifth one, normative research. Normative research focuses on analyzing the stories and personal narrative of individuals to gain insight into their experience, identity, and sense-making process. It emphasizes the power of storytelling in constructing meaning. Example of qualitative research. Examples of qualitative research. We have some few examples of qualitative research that can help us in our day-to-day research work. A researcher conducting a phenomenological studies might explore the life experience of individuals who have survived a natural disaster to understand the psychological and emotional impact of such events. So a researcher who is conducting a phenomenological studies might explore the life experience of individuals who have survived a particular issue or a particular case in hand that he's studying. And with that, he will be able to have a very sound information. And ethnographica might immerse themselves in remote indigenous community to study their cultural practices, rituals, and social dynamics. So many years they can live in the community to study their way of doing things, the way their beliefs and values, so as to come out with that vivid research. A grounded theory study might investigate a coping mechanism employed by cancer patients by conducting interview and analyzing their experiences. That is for a grounded theory. Examples of qualitative research continue. A case study could involve examining a specific company's organizational culture to understand its impact on employees' performance and job satisfaction. A narrative research project might analyze the personal narrative of individuals who have experienced a significant life transition, such as immigration or cancer changes, to understand the underlying meaning-making process. So in day-to-day life, qualitative research can also be applied in day-to-day in organizations by individuals, and other field of studies can conduct qualitative research based on the type of research in hand, so as to come out with an in-depth information on the area they seem to be researching.